Eventually, by Leela Malfoy on AO3. Episode 4, Chapter 4. Mike! Mike sat on his bed, staring at the ceiling. He was truthfully trying not to think, but of course, he spiraled, thinking about Will. Will, Will. Michael! He was confused. His heart was all warm and fuzzy, and his stomach was rolling. It was very contrary and quite frankly exhausting, the way he felt for his best friend. He wasn't sure what he was supposed to do, how he was supposed to move forward. And if he did move forward, would he regret it? Would he forever think of hazel eyes and that hypnotic laugh? Michael Wheeler! His mother called out from downstairs, her loudest yet. She sounded exasperated. Elle is here for you! That made Mike jump up, sitting up straight on his bed. Coming! He rushed from his room and down the stairs, hopping over every other one. His mother had her hand on her hip, flashing him a disappointing look, while her other hand rested on the open door. Al stood on the other side of it, walking through the threshold with one of Mike's jackets bundled in her arms. She was smiling softly, giving him a small wave. Oh, hey, Al, Mike said, breathless from running down the stairs. What's up? Al held up the jacket, ruffling it a bit, as if in answer. Your jacket. You left it with Will. The thought of Will caused Mike's heart to leap. He wondered if the jacket smelt like him now. That sweet, delectable Will scent. He hoped so. He inclined his head to the stairs. Okay, wanna come up? Elle nodded, following him, as they began to walk up the stairs. His mother shut the door behind Elle and called out, The door stays open, Michael! Yes, Mom. Mike replied with bratty voice, rolling his eyes. He turned to Elle. Honestly, you'd think she forgot that we broke up. Not to mention, we're literally 18. Elle laughed as they turned the corner into Mike's bedroom. Hopper still doesn't like when I mention you. His face gets all red. The thought of Hopper caused Mike to repress a shudder. He was one scary man. Mike went to close the door, but left it open by a couple inches to satisfy his mother. Elle wandered around the room, her fingers brushing each of his trinkets. Science awards, pictures of him and the party, random papers scattered, and left out from previous campaign ideas. She dragged his jacket against his desk chair. She had been in his room before, but it was fleeting, and typically when he needed to quickly grab something. Even when she was over, they would usually spend their time in the basement. Never his bedroom. Elle stopped as her eyes caught the painting hung over Mike's desk. Her head tilted to the side, assessing. The painting Will had given to him in the van to find Elle, with the three-headed dragon roaring, and Mike leading the party to victory. The heart. This is beautiful, Elle said softly, her fingers reaching up to brush the very edges of the painting. Yeah, Mike said casually, walking towards her. It really helped me, even if you don't feel the same anymore. Elle stopped tracing the edges of the painting. What do you mean? Mike continued. That's fine. Maybe she just forgot. When you got Will to commission this? Elle turned to face him slowly, her eyebrows dropped taunt and confusion. I did not get Will to paint anything. Mike's heart stuttered in his chest. No, she has to remember. It was right here in front of her. Yes, you did. Mike assured her, a weak laugh escaping from the back of his throat. And Lorna, you said in your letters. I said in my letters that Will wouldn't let me see what he was painting. Elle replied seamlessly, tracking Mike. Her tone was cautious, as if she were approaching a wild animal. I thought he was painting something for a girl he liked. The smile wiped clean from Mike's face, his eyes widening. 11, this isn't funny. Will told me you commissioned this. He told me. Mike stopped, swallowing hard. His throat was beginning to hurt, emotions brimming to the surface. Elle stepped forward, carefully. She waited for him to look up at her. Mike, I didn't. Mike shook his head in disbelief. All this time, the painting was from Will. He couldn't wrap his head around it. Not fully. Elle's next words came softly, but it felt to Mike as if she were pressing on a fresh bruise. She placed her hand on his shoulder comfortingly. Friends don't lie. Mike looked up at her, looking for any signs of a joke in her eyes. But Elle wasn't lying. He knew she wasn't. He could see it in the way her eyes were filled with concern, the way her eyebrows were drawn together. They had both lied to each other in the past, and Mike knew what it looked like when she did. This wasn't it. Why would he? Mike tried to get out a sentence, but it came out of his mouth like a whisper, his voice cracking. Everything came back to Mike in flashes. Elle's letter telling him about the painting, the airport, the not hug, the parchment Will had held in front of him like a shield, the van, the smell of weed that made Mike feel nauseous, Will's careful words, his face lighting up when Mike said he liked the painting, how passionate his voice sounded while telling Mike that Elle needed him, the way he turned away, his shoulders shaking, and Mike had let him. Mike had let him turn away. Mike's chest constricted. What else did he miss? He went over all of Will's words from that day in his head when Mike shared his insecurities about how he felt inadequate, about how he felt as if Elle didn't need him, about how scared he was of losing Elle, losing her again. I know it's sort of on the nose, but that's what holds this party together. Heart. Because, without heart, we'll all fall apart. Even Elle. Especially Elle. Will's words came back in glimpses. They stuck with him through all the years. Something that Mike had come back to whenever he was feeling down. All of them having a whole new meaning. When you're different, sometimes you feel like a mistake. But you make her feel like she's not different at all. And that gives her the courage to fight on. Every word that Will had said about Elle had related to him. Mike remembered the tears brimming in Will's eyes now, the cracking in his voice. If she was mean to you, or she seemed like she was pushing you away, it's probably because she was scared of losing you. Just like you're scared of losing her. Ring o manita, Mike thought. He was scared of losing Will. Scared of losing Will more than anyone else, so he pushed him away. He pushed him away and was overly defensive when Will had questioned it. Time and time and time again. He remembered the body being pulled from the lake, and although it wasn't real, although it wasn't really Will, the fear had always stuck with him, so closely to his heart. He was scared. He was a coward. He didn't deserve to be the heart. Guilt tugged at him, behind his ribs, bile climbing up his throat. His heart was pounding in his ears. So yeah, Elle needs you, Mike, and she always will. But Elle needed him in a way Mike wanted her to. Will had. The thought surprisingly didn't sting as much as the thought of him catching the truth behind Will's words. Mike? Elle's voice was soft with panic. She had both her hands on his shoulder now, trying to catch his frantic eyes. Mike, are you okay? Mike took several deep breaths before he could speak again. I think I just need to be left alone right now. Elle searched his gaze for a moment longer before dropping her hands from his shoulders. She nodded. Okay. You know, I am here, right? To talk? Mike swallowed, his ears ringing. Yeah. Call me on the walkie if you need me, Mike. Elle assured him, gently. I am here. Mike nodded. I know. She sighed, her lips pursing carefully as she stepped aside. He didn't even hear the door close behind her, focused solely on the painting in front of him. He didn't move, his feet planted exactly where they were, as if he were stuck to the ground by cement. He stared at the painting, his mind going 1,000,000 miles per hour, clocks spinning and gears switching. He stared at the dragon, the armor, the heart in the middle of the chest. He didn't deserve it. He didn't deserve any of it. He had missed so much. He had ignored it all for his own selfish benefit, when everything was laid out right in front of him. His jaw had hurt from how hard he was clenching it. He stared at the painting. Will's words from the airport stuck him again. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. It was a lie. A lie that Mike willingly participated in. Because it really wasn't nothing, after all. Papa, want more movie. Papa, I want more movie. Papa. Okay. I love this. I love. Okay. 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 That's that's all that's going through my head right now. We need to breathe. I'm having a lot of energy today as I'm recording today. A lot of energy is being had today. Okay, point taken is I really love this. This is just so cute, so adorable, so wonderful. Oh my god. The internalized realization, the painting. The painting, y'all. I love this. I love reading Byler fics, and they have the painting because you know what? They fucked us over in the official thing. What do you mean the painting led to nothing? What the fuck was that for? If you have to bring up a gay ship and tear it down so that the canon ship could actually function properly, and not even really function properly, for being honest, then is it really a good ship? No, it isn't. Justice for Elle. She deserves Henderson, not Wheeler. And justice for Will. He deserves Mike, not whoever the fuck that goddamn bar person is. It's not that he deserves Mike because Mike's a good person or a good kid. No, because he wants Mike, therefore he will have Mike, even if Mike's a little shitty and he could do better. All Will lovers don't like Mike and love Elle. Or maybe not all, but most. Okay, my take is this was an amazing chapter. I loved it. It just, it encapsulated everything I was feeling. The emotions, the feelings. It's so good. Oh my god. Lilo Malfoy, you are such a genius. Oh my god. I need to see. I think I've already checked before, but I need to check. Do you write other shit? Have you written other shit? You only have one Stranger Things thing and Harry Potter. No, I remember now. No, I'm not a Harry Potter fan. You're making me maybe want to read some of your Harry Potter things because you have such good writing. Fuck. Okay, moving on. Summary for the next chapter, chapter 5, is what happens in the bathroom stays in the bathroom. Mike crashes out, gang. I don't know if you hear my clapping, but I'm clapping. I hope you hear my clapping because, oh my god, we need a Mike crash out. Actually, this whole thing seems to be Mike crashing out, and I love it. Give me more. Thank you. Anyways, as always, my main jobs make sure to eat, sleep, drink water, take your meds. Have a wonderful day or night. Link to my Discord server or socials are down in the description. Subscribe to see more of my content, and thank you so much for watching. I almost choked on my own saliva there.